Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Hi guys, CeeChronicles here. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I post fragrance related content on this platform and would very much appreciate it if you did consider subscribing. That is, if you're not subscribed. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back. Now today I'm going to show you my August fragrance tray, but I have to be honest, I think I'm going to have to do another one because I've been waiting for fragrances in the mail and they haven't turned up, and the fragrances I'm actually waiting for are the ones I want to wear in the month of August. So this is just a provisional one, okay? So I'm going to put a couple of fragrances here. We are currently experiencing hot weather, so these are going to be summer appropriate style of fragrances. Middle Eastern summer fragrance recommendations. Okay, very first one I want to wear this month is going to be Maya from the house of Latafa, of course built around the fig and those aquatic notes and all the nice stuff. This is a gorgeous fragrance for summer. The next one I want to try, guys, is this one, Cashmere Sunshine Musk. But I have to clue you up, this is not a safe fragrance. When I did my review of this fragrance, I actually had a friend come in my DM on Instagram asking me whether what they were getting is exactly what they should be getting, whether there was something wrong with this fragrance. So, and that was not the only person. There was another person as well, a couple of people that were saying they're struggling with this fragrance. So truly speaking, Cashmere Sunshine Musk from the house of Costlier is not a safe fragrance. I am simply putting it on my rotation tray and will try to wear it through the month of August to see how it turns out. It's kind of like an aromatic green floral style of fragrance that's a little bit tricky there, and it doesn't feel like anything in my collection. So this is probably a standalone, but it's one of those that maybe with time, you know, I will get used to it. The other one that made it on this month's tray is going to be Voila from Swiss Arabian, right? This fragrance is still pretty full. Reason why I haven't been wearing it that much is because it's masculine toned to my nose, okay? It does have like a greenish, cologne style of thing happening there, but it's a fragrance that did cost a lot of money. So I would like to maybe put a little bit of more dent, you know, on it and see. Maybe I'll have to layer it with other fragrances, but it's definitely making it on this month's trays from the house of Swiss Arabian. Another one is this one, okay? Now, this particular Mahashan Gold is what I plan to layer my Voila with. If you know Mahashan Gold from the house of Latafa, shares a lot of similarities with that Baby Cat by YSL. So if you love Baby Cat, then you can purchase this one as an alternative, or you just were wondering what Mahashan Gold is all about. So this Mahashan Gold, I am putting it for fragrances like this with a cologne touch to see if mixing the two is going to help also because of this. So it's a strategic thing that I've planned here. This is not too like sugary sweet like your Baccarat kind of sweet, but it is quite a sweet fragrance. So it's probably going to make these two chill, if you know what I mean. Another fragrance I'm going to try this month is going to be Fleur Oud. There is no oud in this fragrance, rather, just give it a quick spray here. Okay, it is a fruity, floral, another complex one. This feels as though it's going to turn into something else, okay? Very strong as well. It's quite heady there from the house of Costlier, and I haven't done a full review of it because it just feels like something is going to come, or it's going to transform into something. I'm going to say in terms of complexity, it's way lesser complicated than this, but it is complex on its own. So it is another one that's giving me the unsafe, you know, blind buy vibes type of situation there. So I'm going to try and work with this fragrance as well to see how it transforms. It does have a summer feel to it, however, because of that slight fruitiness, floralness, but there's a piercing aromatic thing there, like a balsamic thing. Difficult one to crack. It does feel as though it is a fragrance that is made deliberately to be so complex that it can't be decoded, if you know that makes any sense. It does feel as though Costlier is deliberately, you know, taking a direction with some of their new creations, making them such that you can't exactly say, oh, this smells like that I've smelled before. So, you know, that is what I also get from this Fleur Oud. The next fragrance I want to try, guys, is going to be this Aura from the house of Maison Alhambra. Now, this is sealed, but it has been in my collection for about 2 weeks. I was hoping to haul it together with about 15 perfumes or something like that, but the other 15 have taken a little bit of some time to come. So I'm gonna open it together with you guys here. I have never smelled this fragrance. However, I feel the DNA or the notes listed for this fragrance are going to be appropriate for very hot weather. It does sound, just based off the note pyramid, like it's going to be on the clean, fresh side with a tea note. Okay, it's called Aura d'Eclat, and it's drawing its inspiration of Eclat Apage or something like that. If you know that fragrance, you will know just based on the appearance of this box that yes, there is that fragrance. If I'm botching the name, I'm sorry for that, but if you use that fragrance, then you will know what they were going for. The bottle is pretty different, but the box is a telltale sign. So let's just yank it out. Oh, okay, all right. So there's a pendant there. That's why it wouldn't come out properly. I think the pendant was stuck in there. Okay, so let me just give it a quick spray in its box, just to have an idea of what I'm looking at. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely summer toned. This, I'm gonna say, out of the ones I have here, apart from the Maya Natural Intense, this Eclat, this Aura d'Eclat, is clean, it's fresh, it's the sort of fragrance you want to wear, you know, for summer. It's just got that water vibe to it, like easy reach out of the shower, I've just taken a bath type of feel. But it does have a tea note, and it was the tea note that made me buy this one, because I wanted to see to what extent the tea note was tea noting. But I don't get like an intensely green fragrance from this. It's giving me clean, fresh, crisp vibes, that sort of thing, right? The next one that's made it for the month of August is this one. I enjoy this one. This one is Shakha for men. But if you're a woman, guys, don't let that for men actually deter you from purchasing this one. This particular one is way better than Voila in terms of how masculine toned they are. Both of them are Swiss Arabian. This is from a more costlier line. But what I can say is, say for instance you saw this tray and you were wondering which one to go for if you're a woman, I would say go for this one, because this one has got an almond note, so it turns a little bit nutty there, creamy even, but keeping that summer blue tone, if you know what I mean. So this is Shakha for men. It's made it on a tray. Let's just put one more from Paris Corner, and I think that's going to be it. Bearing in mind that I said that I'm going to give you 2 trays this month, because I have a pretty huge parcel that I'm expecting. So a lot of the fragrances that are on that parcel are the ones that I would love to actually wear for the month of August. But why I had to give you a provisional tray is I did say that I am using the tray system to use up some of the fragrances that I have, because if you don't use the tray system, you end up with a lot of fragrances that just remain, you know, like full, right? By the time I maybe am done with using this one, even if it's for the next 10 days or so, because I will alternate them, I'll play around with them, I will layer them. By the time I give it a rest, this particular one, though it's new, will probably have a dent maybe like this one, okay, like this. So that is how I am working with my fragrances, the project to use it up, if you know what I mean, because this point is just piling and piling fragrances. And unfortunately with me, I can't decant them, I can't sell them, I can't, you know, so when I buy the fragrance, it's a commitment. Unless my daughter loves it, because she's also a fellow frighead. Unless she loves it, then I know it's gonna get a fair share of love. But if it so happens that she doesn't love it as well, it becomes a fragrance that I honestly have to make sure that I put on the tray, work with it, see how it develops, and then see how it goes. So this is just my pineapple kick, right, that I have chosen to put for this month, because remember I said we are experiencing very hot weather. So this is just going to be one of those fruit punch of a fragrance. Maybe I should add just one more gourmand, okay, from Paris Corner. Let me just put this one, okay, let me just put this. This caramel cascade is very good for layering. If you are finding this fragrance a little bit harsh in the opening there, try to layer it with other fragrances. It just adds, you know, a nice creamy tone to some fragrances that you may be finding difficult. So yeah, I think that's going to be it, guys, until I do the haul, maybe in 5 days time or so. But provisionally, I wanted to give you a tray and show you the ones that I want to play with. Of particular interest are going to be these two, because these are still new in my collection. The rest, well, these three, okay, these three, let me say Cashmere Sunshine Mask, Fleur Oud, and yeah, it's on my hands here. It's got like it's now beginning to give me like a little bit of a Middle Eastern spice, this one, but I don't get like a distinct oud. And then this one I am very happy with, you know, just spraying it, it just screams summer. It's like, you know, nice fresh water in a bottle, but of course scented. So this is from the house of Maison Alhambra, and obviously the full reviews are gonna come. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let me know what your selections are if you believe in a tray. If not, just try to maybe have 2 or 3 fragrances by your bedside, you know, like your side cabinet by the bed there. Those are going to be the easiest fragrances you reach out for, and then maybe you can just be rotating them, like you remove the 3 every 5 days or something like that, and then you can try a new set of fragrances and that. And I know it's very difficult if you're a fragrance lover, even if you're not a frag head. I know that this kind of system can be difficult, because sometimes you wake up and, seriously speaking, you just want to smell of Yara candy, for instance, you know, that new Yara, that's what you want to smell of, and you want to smell like that for the longest time. But I'm just saying, this is some method that I have adapted, and I try to stick to it. Even if I had to buy the Yara candy and I absolutely love it, I would still use the Yara candy and maybe layer it with some of the fragrances that I choose for the tray, just for the sake of using up the fragrances that I have. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we're going to discuss more about fragrances. Remember to turn on post notifications, guys. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.